Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you've never been here before, then welcome. I'm really glad to have you here. Today's video is going to be a little sit and chat of what's been going on in our lives since the break that I took, the very long break that I took between I want to say it was the Fredericksburg video and then the last video that I just posted. So quite a bit of life has happened in between those two videos, and even between, you know, the last video and now. I will hit just on some major points. Number one, I did change the channel back to just being mine instead of mine and Caleb's. There's really no like deep reason behind that other than Caleb just kind of gets a little camera shy. He has no problem with being on the vlog. He loves that I do this. Everything's good with us. It is just kind of something that I'm more passionate about, and that I want to put out videos and content of like our cooking and travel and mom stuff and all the fun things that I enjoy doing. I think the biggest reason for the break that I took in between the last two videos was our son had gotten a special needs diagnosis around that time. So he has had developmental delays from about 8 months old is whenever we started taking him to see some doctors and specialists, and everybody was absolutely incredible to us and to him, and just loving on him and walking us through the process, because we had a lot of questions, obviously. And they just did a wonderful job at guiding us through that process, because it was already stressful. We were already kind of anxious to know like what was going on. And we came to the diagnosis of that he has a very rare genetic disorder called TBR1 syndrome, which affects his cognitive development and physical development. So he sees a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, and a speech therapist. So that takes up quite a bit of our time during the week between seeing those therapists for appointments. They each come once a week. And then working on his exercises and his, you know, little games that are engaging for him, making sure he's being fed properly, and all the things. So that definitely keeps us busy. I absolutely love doing it with him. He is such a good sport. He is always in a good mood and ready to go. Such a hard worker. He has made so much progress since we started. He's getting so big. You guys won't see any of that on the vlog, I will say. I just want to keep his stuff separate. I want to keep him off of like public platforms. If we can help it, I just want him to have his own privacy, and once he gets old enough to decide whether or not he's okay with that, then we'll go from there. But I never want him to feel like he didn't have the choice. So yeah, we are just continuing to work with him on all of his stuff, getting him stronger, getting him meeting those milestones. Like I said, he's such a happy guy. He just makes it so much fun and so easy. One other thing that I've been doing over the past year or so probably is finding things that I genuinely enjoy doing for myself, especially because I dedicate so much time to Grayson's appointments and, you know, getting all of his stuff taken care of. And then also, you know, helping Caleb out any way I can, and taking care of the home and all of the things that come with being a, you know, stay-at-home wife and mom. So I definitely have enjoyed like doing the sourdough process. We can take you guys along on a video if you guys want to see me make sourdough bread. I'm a big fan. I have like a loaf sitting in the kitchen right now that I just made the other night. It's so much fun. Some other things that I do, it's really simple really. I've been reading more. I have found some books that I absolutely love and am just so invested in. And so again, while Grayson's napping, or, you know, I'm just sitting in his room with him while he plays, I will read, or right before bed, and I am making my way through the Red Queen series right now, which is so stinking good. Highly recommend. I'm on the 3rd book. so good. And just little things like that. I think it's really important for me to have, you know, those little outlets of things that are just for me, just for my enjoyment. That way I can continue to, you know, be fulfilled in all aspects of my life, not just the ones where I'm giving to other people, but also giving a little bit to myself. Another big event that has happened in our life is we are about to move. We're staying in the same town that we already live in. We are moving to a new house that we just bought. I am so excited. It's a little bittersweet because I mean, this is the first house I ever lived in after moving out. That was, you know, I lived with my parents until I got married. So this was the house that, you know, Caleb carried me over the threshold. This is the house where we found out we were pregnant with Grayson. This is the house where we brought Grayson home, where we've seen, you know, so much of his growth and where we've grown, and it's gonna be bittersweet for sure. I love this house. This house will always have a special place in my heart, but I'm definitely excited to have some more space, for Grayson to have more space, just to take that next step in life as well. We'll take you guys along on that journey too, of like some of the minor renovations we're gonna make on the house, all the decorating, all of the things. As far as the business and work side of things go with Caleb, he has done an incredible job at growing his clientele with his lawn care and landscaping business. I am so proud of him, and just the way that he puts himself out there and goes and finds opportunities and makes opportunities for himself in his business. And I have been getting more involved with the like administration side of things, trying to help him where I can. I think over this next upcoming Quan season, I will be a little bit more involved in that as well. And so I'm really excited to get in there and just like be more involved with him. We still invest in real estate, and so that has really kept us busy. We actually have a few projects that we're working on right now, so everything's just kind of hitting at once. But it's all really good stuff, and you know, we can't take credit for any of it. Like, yes, hard work has to be put in, but none of it could happen without, you know, God allowing and God blessing us with this. And we just, you know, do our best to, through every milestone, through every step of the way, realign our perspective and make sure that we stay focused on the fact that we don't deserve these things, but we have a very gracious and merciful God who has blessed us with wonderful, I mean, a home, a family, food to put on the table, and then abundantly more to expand, you know, what we have and ways to provide for our family. But yeah, we are making strides in the right direction. We have goals that we plan to meet, and it's looking like we're on track to meet those goals. And you know what, even if things don't go according to plan, we know that God is still good and his ways are better than ours, and we have learned that lesson time and time again. So hopefully it has stuck by now. We will see when the next thing comes up. That kind of sums up most of what has gone on, and this kind of has been like a progression. Like Grayson stuff was over several months that this was happening, and us, you know, seeing specialists and doctors and all that good stuff. The house stuff has been over several months of trying to get taken care of and just set in stone. But you know, it's all worth it in the end. And we have a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the future, more traveling, again, moving, and who knows what else. Honestly, we are always up to something. We don't like to sit still for very long, so I can guarantee you more will come up. I decided that YouTube will be another one of my hobbies that I, you know, invest some of my time into, because I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy posting them, even if only like 2 or 3 people watch and nobody else cares. It's just something fun for me to do. Well, I think that's all for today. I'm really glad that you guys sat and listened to me ramble about random things. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, because if all goes well, there will be more consistent videos. And yeah, just thanks for showing up. Pretty sure this was the sweater that I wore at the beginning of the last video. It's just a really good sweater.